So we convinced her, actually she was really already convinced, that she needed to change her diet and to try working with us to kill parasites, yeast, and fungus. And she started on that kind of a program and found that a lot of her anxiety and nervous emotional tensions got better. Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Dean Howell, and we're talking about patient outcomes. In particular, we're going to talk about Mary today. Now, Mary is a woman in her 40s or 50s, and most things in her life are going okay. She's not having any obvious health problems, but she never really felt quite right either. So sometimes getting sick headaches, colds and flus, that kind of stuff, digestive tract complaints, sometimes bowel problems, pretty standard list of complaints. And the main complaint, of course, with 2/3 of all people when they come to a doctor is fatigue. So fatigue was quite significant for her too. So we convinced her, actually she was really already convinced, that she needed to change her diet and to try working with us to kill parasites, yeast, and fungus. And she started on that kind of a program and found that a lot of her anxiety and nervous emotional tensions got better. So it was already worthwhile. It was kind of interesting. During her parasite purges, she would have some pretty strong reactions, and she even had someone tell her that she needed to have her head looked at when she was confused about something one day because she was killing worms in her brain and it made her brain not work right. But what was so wonderful about that same incident is that after the purge was over, the amount of improvement she had in her mind and emotional state was the most that she'd ever experienced. It was the best outcome she had when she had side effects because the side effects were telling us where the worms are living. So when the worms in that area are starting to die, you get more of the side effects in that same system. The other thing that was kind of nice, and she hadn't even bothered to tell us about it, is that she had hay fever for all of her life, even as a little girl. And when the hay fever got bad, she couldn't just take stuff like Sudafed. She needed to instead use an asthma inhaler. So in the spring and then again in the fall, she would have these 2 seasons where the blooms of the flowers would trigger her to start wheezing. Well, she started seeing us in the fall. I think it was probably about the time that season was over in the fall. And then we worked with her during the next 6 months, and it didn't come up because it was the wrong season. Well, by that time, she had finished working with us for a while and didn't talk to us for another couple years. Then, when we did talk again, she said, the one thing I forgot to tell you about is that I've never used an asthma inhaler since I made those changes in my lifestyle and I killed off the parasites. So that's what I'm going to tell you too. Every case that I have personally worked with in the last 30 years of asthma has responded, not necessarily totally perfectly, but they've always gotten better just by killing parasites. And I'm not saying that all of these people were even 100% compliant. So your chances of being helped are extremely high. Give it a try.